Hey everybody, we're doing a bedroom reading tonight because I don't feel like getting up and going to the sunroom and being cold. But bottom line, Six of Pentacles. I need to give up some ground here. Five of Pentacles. JVM was right. He was a karmic, but lesson learned, kind of one of those situations where there isn't reciprocation, the Hermit, and that is why he read exactly like my twin flame, because it was the exact same situation of not having the energy be reciprocated while desiring to maintain presence. The World and the King of Cups, closing a cycle. I think Raymond also called it. He said that there was going to be an important process of growth involved with this King of Cups, but that it may not be end game. But we went into this knowing, the star, that chances were we weren't going to know how things were going to go. We went in with no expectations for this exact reason. Not because we didn't want to get hopes up or anything, but because the healthiest thing to do in these scenarios, Queen of Swords, when you know that you're being tested, is to keep your boundaries up a little bit. So that's where we're at. And honestly, as a result of this entire situation, I think I was finally able to release a lot of potentially pent up anger that I had towards the twin flame, Four of Swords, and I was able to prove that I am capable of continuing to work on the same issues of being guarded and potentially emotionally withholding. I had to emotionally prepare myself for that outcome as a result of these interactions. Two of Swords. And it's not the guy's fault, I don't think. Nine of Wands. Maybe it is, I don't know. I don't think that my Knight of Cups. I still don't think I was wrong. But, as we learned with the twin flame, Six of Wands, as we learned with the false twin, as I learned with a bunch of boys this year, it doesn't matter whether I'm right about how they feel or not. If they're not willing to express it and they're not willing to meet me halfway in that front with reciprocation, Knight of Swords, then it's reckless action and you need to take a beat. So, nothing against the dude. Seems like a great guy. It's really too bad. Four of Wands. But, lesson reinforced, I guess. Because when these things happen and you're not being met halfway, the Fool, you gotta pull back your energy. You gotta just go back to doing you and not continue to give energy to someone that isn't reciprocating it. And that might be tough because, people in those positions usually want to stay friends. Three of Cups. They want that energy. They want to interact with you. And it's not always a negative thing. They're not all energy vampires, you know what I mean? I mean, maybe they are, I don't know. But, there's nothing wrong with the guy. Seven of Pentacles. But if that's not it, gotta move along. I think that's the message here. Judgment and the Eight of Swords. It was a test. We knew that it could be a test. And I think we passed with flying colors by choosing ourself, by reciprocating with ourself when it wasn't done externally. Ace of Wands. That passionate new beginning, it's always right in front of us. I went into this with the mentality that I can be happy by myself just as easily as I can be happy with another person. Four of Cups. And we keep a healthy amount of skepticism at all times, guys. I know it sounds terrible, but Page of Wands, as much as you want to lean into your inspiration and your passion, I think keeping a level head is more important in matters of the heart. Like, you have to stay open in your heart space, the Hierophant, but you can't just allow yourself to be consumed with excitement and potential. Page of Swords. And regardless of the outcome with this King of Cups, the processing that happened with the Twin Flame was necessary. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that, like, Spirit still led me the right direction here. Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. We had to release what we were holding on to in order to achieve this Ten of Pentacles here. You know, I thought it was really strange that, like, no matter how many times I read, the cards came out the same. He read exactly like my Twin Flame, and I knew that was fishy. And I knew it was fishy that he always, always, always drew the Five of Swords. Queen of Cups. That was the only card that was consistent every single time. Five of Swords. That told me from jump that there was some kind of competitive energy and or ego here. And you can't ignore those signs. The Emperor. But at the same time, you can't make snap judgments about anybody. You have to allow things to unfold in the way that they're going to unfold. And sometimes that means being a little bit direct, because that's what I had to do. Honestly, if I hadn't been direct, how long would it have taken to figure out that that energy was not going to be reciprocated? You know what I mean? Three of Wands. And again, he's not a bad dude. Nothing wrong with him. But Nine of Cups. I've been around that block too many times to continue having conversations or following or, you know, like playing the games with somebody that's not giving back. Seven of Wands. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do for you. That's okay. The Magician. And you know, it might not be pleasant for the other person, but I mean, what can you do? Nine of Wands. If he was lying and he just doesn't want to admit his feelings, then that's still just as much of a problem. And if he wasn't lying and he was genuinely disinterested in us, then that's a problem too. And neither situation should result in me continuing to have conversations. Five of Cups. Not because I'm feeling like butthurt or emotional about it, like, but simply because it feels like that would be feeding into a cycle. Page of Pentacles. Feeding into a cycle. We drew the World, didn't we? In order to break out of cycles, you have to remove yourself from whatever the repetitive behavior is. Nine of Pentacles. We needed to assert our independence here. That is how we move forward. Otherwise, Hanged Man, we could have gotten stuck again. It's just the reality, doing what's best for us. Seven of Swords. I mean, it's not like he was lying. It's just uncommunicated behavior that would have resulted in us sticking around. By clarifying, we had to leave. We could have left it alone. We could have kept going. We could have kept guessing and not communicating. That's not what we do anymore. Knight of Pentacles and Justice. There's a difference between slow, stable movement forward and being taken advantage of for your energy. Again, he's not a bad dude. I actually really like him. It's too bad. A shame, really. But that's where we're at. Eight of Wands. Authentic communication is required. Spirit got us. When it's right, it'll be right. Thanks for watching.